Have you ever wondered what the secret is of someone in their 70s or 80s who is still vibrant, active, and sharp? Perhaps you've observed others dealing with exhaustion, sickness, or a waning passion, and wondered, what's the difference? In actuality, growing older need not be a hindrance to maintaining one's strength, vitality, and happiness. Not only can you live longer, but you can also live better, healthier, happier, and with more energy than ever before. According to Harvard research, implementing 5 easy yet effective practices can increase your life expectancy by more than 10 years and lower your risk of developing chronic illnesses like diabetes and heart disease. This movie explores 5 golden habits that can make aging the best chapter of your life. From actions you can take right now to startling secrets that even physicians are astounded by, you'll learn how to live a strong and happy life at any age. Why then watch to the very end? Because the fifth habit is a game changer that you won't anticipate and can hold the secret to a vibrant existence you never imagined was conceivable. Let's begin this trip together, so stay with us. I would like it before we start. You can support me in spreading the old age lesson if you enjoy this video. To ensure you don't miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. Please leave a remark at number 1 if you enjoy this video, and at number 0 if not, so I can create a better one for you right now. Let's begin. First and foremost, go for regular walks. Walk frequently. It's a straightforward recommendation, yet it has enormous life-changing potential. Let me take a moment to honor you if you have already made walking a part of your everyday routine. Well done. You're doing something genuinely remarkable for your mental and spiritual well-being, as well as for the years you have left to live. As you move, stretch, and strengthen your body, every step you take is a silent act of self-love. However, it goes beyond that. It's a present to your spirit, a reminder that you are still here, that your heart is still beating with purpose, that your lungs are still drawing air, and that there are countless little pleasures in the world just waiting for you to discover them. Don't be discouraged if you haven't made walking a habit yet. No pressure or guilt is necessary. The start of something lovely may occur today. You don't have to immediately start a strenuous routine or log a lot of miles. Take only a few short, easy steps at first. Walking is a really democratic activity. It doesn't require a gym membership, expensive equipment, or athletic ability. Everyone is welcome, regardless of age, experience, or degree of fitness. It only requires that you go outside, take a deep breath, feel the ground beneath your feet, and let your heart lead the way. The benefits of walking are far more extensive than you might imagine, touching every part of your body in ways that science is still discovering. With every step you take, your heart beats a little harder, bringing life, blood to your veins, and oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body. Every step, heartbeat, and promise of resilience is a symphony of energy. Regular walking can reduce your risk of heart disease by up to 40%, according to Harvard Medical School research. This is more than just a statistic. It's a lifeline, an opportunity to maintain your vitality, prevent disease, and increase your chances of living longer, healthier years. However, walking's magic doesn't end there. It is a tonic for the entire body, assisting in blood pressure stabilization, blood sugar regulation, and weight maintenance. These are not little triumphs, rather they serve as barriers against long-term enemies such as diabetes, obesity, and high blood pressure. Every action you take is a silent protest against a sedentary lifestyle, a statement that you're prioritizing your health over fatigue. And then there's the soul, which provides profound healing. When you walk, your body releases endorphins, which are feel-good hormones that naturally lift the burden of negativity and stress. On days when the world seems too loud, when fatigue sets in, or when you simply need a moment to reconnect with yourself, walking can work its quiet magic by resetting your spirit during life's storms. Think back to a time when you felt lighter. Your breath was deeper and your mind was clearer after taking a walk. Put on your shoes and head out, letting the breeze caress your skin, the sun's warmth, or even the refreshing kiss of rain remind you of the simple beauty of life. You don't have to go it alone. Either way, imagine inviting a friend, family member, or someone you care about to walk with you, laugh with you, tell you stories, or just enjoy some quiet time together. It's an opportunity to strengthen ties, create memories, and serve as a reminder that life is still worthwhile despite its mess. You can start where you are and don't need a big destination. Take a walk in a neighboring park at sunrise, a quiet trail you've walked 100 times without exploring, or a roundabout in your neighborhood. Allow your feet to wander and your eyes to take in the details, such as the rhythm of your breathing, the way the light dances through the trees, and the sounds of the birds. Don't let screens take you away from this time if you can put your phone away. Listen to the world hum, let the air fill your lungs, be totally present, and allow the moment to embrace you. Why begin now? Because walking is one of the most straightforward and profound ways to respect life, which is a journey that is measured in steps. Simply being willing to stand and move is all that is required. It's a little act with enormous benefits, such as a stronger body, a more tranquil mind, and a fuller heart. You don't need demanding workouts, expensive equipment, or complicated programs. I choose myself at every stage. I chose happiness and health. So why not get started now? Whether you're walking for 5 minutes around the block or an hour and a half, every second of movement counts. Get up from your seat, go outside, feel the rhythm of your stride, and allow yourself to be carried away by the physical and emotional rejuvenation that walking provides. You deserve a life that is full of vitality, filled with joy, and based on well-being, and it all starts with that first action you do today. Please let me know in the first remark below whether you're still watching this video and finding these ideas helpful. To ensure you don't miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you thanks to your support. All right, let's proceed. Second, be mindful of what you eat. As the years pass, let's discuss something that gets more and more important. Be mindful of your diet. Healthy eating can be difficult as we become older, sometimes even more difficult than remembering where you put your glasses or why your car keys are back in the refrigerator. However, food is the energy source that drives your entire body, whether you like it or not. It's the difference between rattling along like an old rusty pickup that moans at every bend and cruising through life like a well-tuned sports car. It takes more than just adding years to your calendar to maintain a balanced diet. To enjoy your golden decades at the pinnacle of your abilities, it's about giving those years vitality, clarity, and delight. Imagine getting to be 80 and still smiling, rather than grimacing when you put on your favorite pair of pants. Imagine yourself keeping up with your grandchildren as they run around, rather than observing from the sidelines, exhausted and missing them. Eating a healthy diet promises not only longevity, but a full life. What exactly does eating healthily mean then? Let's make everything plain. It's not about pushing yourself to follow a strict diet that would make a Hollywood star blush or condemning yourself to a lifetime of eating lettuce like a bunny. It's more kinder and more personable. It's about forming a bond with authentic whole foods, the sort that don't come with a barcode that screams factory made or an ingredient list that is longer than a pharmacy receipt. Think of your plate as a canvas that has been painted with the most delicious, plump, and luscious fruits found in nature. Imagine sun-ripened peaches, bitter apples, or luscious berries. Ruby beets and emerald spinach are examples of crisp veggies that crunch with every bite. Lean proteins like chicken, fish, or lentils that repair and regenerate. Hearty whole grains like quinoa, or brown rice that give you grounded energy, and healthy fats like avocados, almonds, or olive oil that keep your system running smoothly. These are your unwavering supporters as you age with dignity and perseverance. They strengthen your bones against brittleness, reinforce your heart against stress, hone your intellect against the haze of aging, and, above all, keep you from disintegrating into a dry, overdone biscuit that has been baked in life's oven for too long. Now look at the other side of things. Processed foods, those sneaky enemies hiding in shiny packages, and drive-through bags that are stuffed full of sugar that entices you, salt that makes you swell, and unhealthy fats that clog you, causing you to gain weight more quickly than a 5G connection, as well as streams of viral videos. When you overindulge in them, you're inviting diabetes, high blood pressure, and chronic inflammation with a warm handshake, a comfortable recliner, and a steaming cup of tea. It's like opening your front door for trouble. Who would want a house guest like that? It's time to push these saboteurs out of your life, or at least to the periphery of your mind, unless you want to age at fast speed, like a teenager growing a beard overnight. That wonderful engine of mischief and memory also needs the right fuel. Did you know that it is just as susceptible to a bad diet as an old computer is to a malfunctioning update? One ray of hope is provided by the National Institute on Aging. It's not simply a statistic. Eating a diet high in nutrients can reduce your risk of Alzheimer's by up to 35%. It's essential for preserving your grandchildren's names, not only the specials at your favorite bakery. Leafy greens like kale and Swiss chard, which are rich in vitamins to maintain neuronal activity, are the brain-boosting champs. Antioxidants included in berries, blueberries, and strawberries help prevent deterioration. Fatty fish like salmon or mackerel, which are high in omega-3 fatty acids that keep your mind sharp, and nuts like walnuts and almonds, which provide a delicious crunch and good fats. Don't let the fact that you chose fries over foresight lead your brain to shut off too soon. Then there's your intuition, how it cries out for attention. Nobody wants their interiors to go into a sit-in and come to a complete stop like traffic at rush hour. Fiber is your magic bullet in this situation, moving through your system to maintain flawless operation like a river gently sculpting its course. If you cut corners, you risk a slow digestive catastrophe and those protracted bathroom breaks that devolve into philosophical reflections on the secrets of life. Avoid that fate by filling your plate with whole fruits, apples with their skins, oranges with their pith, nutty oats that warm your mornings, earthy beans that harden your soups. Rich riches, fiber, and colorful vegetables like broccoli and carrots. Easy days downstairs aren't the only benefit of having a healthy gut. From sunrise to sunset, it keeps you balanced and upbeat by acting as a silent conductor of your energy and attitude. Let's literally raise a glass to your secret anti-aging potion. Our thirst cues may become less noticeable as we get older, yet the desire to stay hydrated only gets stronger. If you allow dehydration to creep in, it will sap your energy more quickly than a summer heat wave, leaving your skin as dry as the Sahara and your kidneys running like exhausted mules. Drink more water and observe how your body functions. Avoid sugary sodas and processed juices, those liquid candies that pass for refreshments. If plain water seems too ordinary, make a pot of herbal tea. Chamomile, peppermint, or hibiscus can detox your system while providing a calming dose of antioxidants, making hydration a daily pleasure. Your energy returns, your complexion softens, and your systems align. But how can you incorporate eating healthily into your life without feeling like you're lamenting every indulgence you've lost? The key is to plan as a captain would when navigating severe seas. You're less likely to be tempted by the allure of crispy fried chicken or that enormous cake your grandchildren dragged over with beseeching eyes when you know what's on the menu. Meal planning isn't limited to fitness enthusiasts. By saving you time and preventing those regret-filled last-minute runs to the fast food window, it's your shield and sword. Don't limit yourself to main meals. Arrange your snacks and enjoy a nice glass of flavored water, a crisp apple in the afternoon, and a handful of nuts in the morning. These maintain your vitality as consistent as a metronome. Go one step beyond. Take back control of your kitchen. Let's be truthful. No faceless fast food cook noses your gut like you do while making burgers in a greasy haze. Cooking at home gives you the control, so why risk your health to someone who wouldn't recognize you in a lineup? There are no hidden chemicals. You choose the fresh ingredients by hand, and the flavors are tailored to your preferences. The twist is that it's a playground rather than a chore. Imagine making a dish that sings with satisfaction, adding a dash of spice, or simmering a pot of vegetable stew. This act of taking care of oneself turns into a daily ritual of happiness and a silent protest against the hustle and bustle of life. Don't feel compelled to make a drastic change all at once. No one is requesting that you burn your comfort food or bind yourself to a blender to make kale smoothies. Instead, start small and take easy, effortless steps. Put some berries in your bowl for breakfast. Replace the floppy white bread with a chewy slice of full-grain bread, or replace the candy container with a combination of dried figs and almonds. These small adjustments add up to habits that feel as natural as breathing. Not a weight to be carried, but a rhythm to live by, like a snowball moving downhill. Eating is more than just a way to survive the day. A healthy diet maintains you looking young, with your muscles primed, eyes bright, and skin supple. You eat to thrive and glow from the inside out. When those grandchildren run around like little tornadoes of energy, it gives you the strength to keep up with them. You have the right to feel exceptional, to awaken every morning full of vitality, and to live out your older years without being constrained by health concerns. Why not begin now? Open the refrigerator door, let your eyes wander, and choose one item to replace with a more sensible option, such as an orange for a cookie or a Coke for water. You start down the path to better eating, better living, and better being with just one step. Your golden years are just waiting for you to shine. These insights are useful if you're still viewing this video. To let me know you're here, please leave the second comment below. To ensure you don't miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you thanks to your support. All right, let's proceed. Third, just be yourself, completely engaged. Did you know that maintaining your mental acuity is equally as important as maintaining your physical health? Your brain needs constant stimulation to stay quick, attentive, and able to improve your life, just as your muscles need regular exercise to keep strong and functional. Engaging in activities that test your intelligence, such as reading a compelling book, solving a challenging puzzle, learning a new skill, or just thinking about life's big questions, is much more than just killing time. Having an active mind is not a luxury, it's a necessity for preserving your independence, vitality, and joy as you age. You're actively laying the groundwork for a resilient and purposeful future. In addition to making your days more fascinating, stimulating your mind has been shown to protect your cognitive health from the slow deterioration that might occur with aging. Allow me to tell you about Richard, a 76-year-old retiree from a small, peaceful Oregon town. Richard taught for many years, surrounded by books, ideas, and bright young brains. When retirement arrived, his previously hectic days became a dull muddle of monotony. He thrived on the excitement of learning and teaching. He became concerned when he began to notice small mistakes, like forgetting where he had parked his car or having trouble remembering a friend's name. A part of the lively man he had always been was gone. along with his sharpness. Richard's life took an unexpected turn one cool autumn afternoon as he was enjoying coffee at his favorite neighborhood cafe. He noticed a group of seniors seated around a chessboard across the room, their faces beaming with excitement as they discussed a book they had all read. He could see the spark in their eyes, their laughter, and their impassioned gestures. It was a revelation to him. The mental spark that had once characterized his days was what he had been missing, not youth or physical prowess. It was time to change the fact that he had allowed his thoughts to wander. Richard took a risk on that very day. Even though he would be learning to play the piano aged over 80, the thought of picking up an instrument was daunting. Sheet music appeared to be a foreign language to him, and his fingers were not as agile as they had been. However, he reframed it as an exhilarating journey rather than focusing on the challenges. He began modestly, playing the keys for about 20 minutes a day and struggling with simple tunes and scales. He persevered even though it wasn't easy. Something extraordinary occurred in a few weeks. Richard's thoughts were sharper and more concentrated. Phone numbers, shopping lists, and even the lyrics to songs he hadn't heard in years were easier for him to recall. The piano not only sharpened his intellect, but also renewed his spirit, which was the true magic. He soon became a member of a neighborhood music club where he performed for friends and neighbors, transforming peaceful weekends into musical gatherings. What started out as a personal struggle turned into a springboard for a fuller, more satisfying life. So how do you maintain the vitality that makes your brain hum every day? The good news is that you don't have to completely change your life or become an expert pianist to reap the rewards. Small, deliberate actions can have a big impact. Reading is one of the easiest and most effective ways to keep your mind active. Reading a book does more than just absorb words. It also helps you develop your imagination, sharpen your logic, and expand your knowledge of the world. A novel can transport you to faraway places or bygone eras, while a nonfiction book may make you reevaluate your preconceptions or generate new ideas. Don't worry if reading lengthy novels feels daunting. Start with brief articles, newspapers, periodicals, or even provocative blog entries might work well. Selecting reading content that challenges your assumptions, piques your interest, or opens your eyes to fresh ideas is more important than reading a lot. Beyond reading, games that test your mental agility, such as chess, Sudoku, crossword puzzles, or logic, are great ways to keep your mind sharp and active. Each page you turn is a mental workout. These are more than just enjoyable diversion. They're like mental workouts. Every puzzle you solve improves your memory, sharpens your problem-solving abilities, and increases your quick thinking. Finishing a crossword puzzle or solving a challenging conundrum gives you a sense of success that motivates you to keep trying. Learning something new is another amazing approach to maintain mental acuity. Trying something new makes your brain stretch and adapt, creating new neural pathways that keep it resilient and young. It could be a language, like ordering coffee in French or conversing with a neighbor who speaks Spanish, or it could be a hands-on skill, like cooking a gourmet meal, painting a landscape, or knitting a scarf. According to studies, those who accept new challenges and are lifelong learners typically have greater cognitive function as they get older. Never undervalue its strength. Your mental agility can be greatly enhanced by social interaction, whether it is through in-depth, important discussions with friends, relatives, or even complete strangers. Your brain becomes active when you hear someone else's tale, engage in a heated discussion, or pose meaningful questions. It processes, evaluates, and connects concepts. Compared to individuals who withdraw into solitude, socially active persons frequently have superior brain health and a decreased risk of diseases like dementia. In addition to being endearing, a good conversation is also mentally stimulating. If you want a more subdued method, think about mindfulness or meditation. Relaxation isn't the only goal of these exercises. They improve your capacity to focus, clear your mind, and remember knowledge. You may retrain your brain for peace and clarity by taking 5 or 10 minutes each day to breathe deeply, focus, or release tension. You'll gradually experience more mental control and better focus. The best part is that you don't have to change your schedule to begin tiny tasks. Add up, read a page of a book before bed, try a new dinner recipe, solve a brief Sudoku puzzle over breakfast, or phone a friend to find out how their day went. Every small effort keeps your mind active and opens the door to a confident, independent, and fulfilled existence. Why put off taking control of your mental well-being? Avoiding memory loss is only one benefit of keeping your brain engaged. Another is living a fuller, more active life. No matter how many candles are on their cake, those who maintain their curiosity, seek out new experiences, and challenge themselves maintain a youthful spirit. A sound mind makes it possible to enjoy every second of the life you've created, expand your relationships, and open doors to new experiences. Please let me know in the third remark below if you're still viewing this video and finding these ideas helpful. To ensure you don't miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you thanks to your support. Let's go ahead now. Fourth, engage in strength training. Give yourself a well-earned pat on the back if you have already incorporated strength training into your routine in your 70s, 80s, or beyond. Not only are you exercising, but you're also making one of the best and most significant investments in your independence, general well-being, and health. Too many people believe that strength training is only for young people who go to the gym to get six-pack abs or bulging biceps. But in reality, strength training is one of the best strategies to fight the effects of aging and continue living your life as you choose. It's much more than just gaining muscle. It's a powerful tool for increasing bone health, mobility, balance, and the ability to continue doing the things you enjoy for many years to come. Sarcopenia is the term for the natural loss of muscle mass that occurs as we age. This explains why it may get increasingly difficult to walk stairs or lift a bag of shopping over time. The good news is that you don't have to accept that decrease as a given. Frequent strength training keeps your body powerful, capable, and energized by slowing, stopping, or even reversing it. Consider Margaret, a Colorado grandmother who is 82 years old. She had been busy for 4 years, gardening, walking her dog, and spending time with her grandchildren. But as she approached her late 70s, she became aware that her strength was diminishing. Carrying her watering can felt like a job, and getting out of her favorite armchair was a struggle. She feared that the small pleasures that kept her going would have to be sacrificed. She was then persuaded to enroll in a senior fitness class that featured mild strength training by a friend. Willing but skeptical, Margaret tried it out. She began with easy exercises like lifting tiny hand weights, performing seated leg lifts, and practicing squats while clinging to a chair for support. Her muscles ached a little, and it felt strange at first, but after a month, she was astounded by the change. She had no trouble getting to her feet, carrying her gardening equipment, and even keeping up with her grandchildren. Boundless vitality. Strength training helped her regain her independence and confidence in addition to her muscle mass. It's never too late to take charge, as she is now the one urging her friends to follow in her footsteps. Strength training has numerous useful advantages. It first protects your bones, which are at greater danger of osteoporosis and fractures as we age due to a decrease in bone density. Exercises involving weight-bearing, such as wall push-ups, bodyweight squats, and small dumbbell lifts, promote bone formation and increase their strength and resilience. Stronger bones provide more stability for all of your everyday motions and reduce the risk of falls, resulting in severe injuries. Additionally, falls are a greater worry because balance and coordination typically deteriorate with age. Goals for strength training. The muscles that keep you steady and under control are your core, legs, and glutes. You'll walk more confidently, climb stairs without fear, and stoop to tie your shoes without thinking twice when these areas are strong. It's about navigating life with comfort and confidence, not just about avoiding falls. Let's also discuss independence. You may continue doing the things that are important to you, including carrying your shopping bags, opening jars that are difficult to open, and getting in and out of the car without assistance if your body is strong. Strength training has mental as well as physical benefits. It's about being resilient, being independent, and taking pride in the fact that you still have control over your life. You may stay active, involved, and unstoppable with each rep. Heavy barbells in a nice gym are not necessary to begin. Some of the best workouts may be done at home with very little equipment. To strengthen your legs and glutes and improve your gait, try a bodyweight squat. As you lower and raise your arms, grab a set of small dumbbells or even 2 water bottles and perform bicep curls or lateral raises to build the strength you need for lifting and reaching. If balance is an issue, hang on to a chair or counter for support. If a full plank feels too difficult, try a modified version on your knees or lean against a wall to create a standing plank wall. Planks are a great alternative. Another great exercise for strengthening your arms and chest is the push-up, which makes lifting and pushing easier. You may change the way you feel and move by performing these easy yet powerful motions a few times a week. Don't let the fact that you're new to this or haven't worked out in a long time deter you. Begin slowly and gently. Prioritize form over force. Do it at your own rate, paying attention to your body as you go, whether it's 5 squats a day or 10 lifts of those water bottles. The objective is to gradually and safely increase your strength rather than to push yourself to the limit. Consult your physician first if you have any health issues, such as arthritis or a heart problem. They will advise you on the best course of action. You have an amazing body. At any age, it can adjust and become more powerful. Strength training for just 10 to 15 minutes a day can improve your posture, make movement simpler, and give you a fresh sense of control over your everyday life. Each session is an opportunity to make an investment in yourself to maintain your freedom and fully enjoy the years to come. Age is a motivator to begin, not a barrier. Why not make that initial move now? Get up, do a few easy exercises, and work your way to a more powerful, energetic version of yourself. If you're still watching and find this inspiring, please leave a comment below, letting me know if you're prepared to embrace health, strength, and living life to the fullest. I appreciate you being here. Now is the beginning of your path to a stronger life. Please let me know in the 4th comment below if you're still viewing this video and finding these ideas helpful. To ensure you don't miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you thanks to your support. All right, let's proceed. 5th, maintain your social connections. As we progress through the later stages of life, the importance of maintaining strong social ties increases exponentially, becoming an indisputable cornerstone of overall well-being. This is one of the most significant yet often overlooked aspects of healthy aging. As people age, loneliness is an all too common problem that can seriously harm their mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. Long-term social isolation can have negative effects on the body that are similar to those of major chronic illnesses like diabetes, heart disease, or a decades-long smoking habit, according to research. Not only does this isolation lower one's mood, but it also actively weakens resistance, increasing the likelihood of chronic stress, despair, and anxiety while reducing general vitality. This is the same reason it is not only advantageous, but also necessary to develop and maintain ties with family, friends, neighbors, and even larger community networks. As lifelines for emotional stability and mental acuity, these relationships offer a deep sense of belonging, a reservoir of emotional support and joyful outbursts. Social ties serve as a protective barrier against life's setbacks, providing solace during difficult times and enhancing joy at festive occasions. Let me use the example of Margaret, an 82-year-old widow who ended up living alone following the death of her husband, to demonstrate this. Her world slowly became smaller after his passing, and the vibrant daily conversations, rituals, and consoling company vanished into the past, leaving her alone. Over the course of 4 years, she became increasingly solitary, and her days became quiet and repetitive. However, she was sitting in her customary spot one cool afternoon. She heard happy laughter coming from a small group of neighbors near your rocking chair on the front porch. Margaret was apprehensive at first, wondering if she should be among those strangers. Then everything changed because of a kind gesture. One of the group's elder women saw her, gave her a friendly wave, and extended an invitation. What started off as a hesitant discussion developed into a pivotal moment. Just one exchange set off an incredible change. Margaret was soon no longer merely a bystander to life. She started to take part actively. Her passion for storytelling was rekindled when she joined a local book club and participated in vibrant conversations. Finding meaning in serving others, she began working at a community center. To her astonishment, she even began dancing with a group of new friends who embraced her. A fresh sensation of vigor and energy that she hadn't experienced in years replaced the loneliness that had previously burdened her. Margaret's story serves as a striking illustration of the transformational potential of interpersonal relationships. You're not only killing time when you put in the effort to maintain contact with loved ones, renew long-standing connections, or establish new ones. You're creating a strong support network that improves your physical and emotional well-being in quantifiable ways. People are sociable creatures by nature. Engaging in social activities, whether it's volunteering for a cause that is dear to your heart, joining a local gardening club, or just sitting down for a heartfelt conversation over a steaming cup of coffee, does much more than just make memories. Our need for meaningful interaction is woven into the very fabric of who we are. By preventing cognitive loss and maintaining mental acuity, it keeps your mind bright and engaged. Genuine connection can fill even the most basic interactions with a sense of purpose, drive loneliness away, and cultivate a more positive outlook on life. Maintaining a social life has advantages that go beyond mental health and have a significant impact on physical health. Scientific research makes this connection quite evident. For example, compared to their isolated colleagues, older persons who maintain strong social networks had a 50% higher chance of living longer, according to studies from the University of California. This statistic is more than simply a figure. It's a potent illustration of how social contact profoundly affects the quantity and caliber of our years. Conversely, it has been demonstrated that social isolation impairs immunity, increases inflammation, and makes people more susceptible to long-term conditions like high blood pressure or heart disease. Social connection isn't limited to face-to-face interactions, though those are still very important in today's world. Even small, deliberate actions, like picking up the phone to call a childhood friend, writing a heartfelt letter to a distant relative, or joining an online community based on a common interest, can keep you connected to the social fabric that keeps you going. On the other hand, nurtured relationships nourish the spirit, keeping you emotionally fulfilled, mentally agile, and physically healthier well into the future. Instead of letting yourself fall into the shadows of loneliness, the secret is to be proactive in seeking out and preserving these connections. Not only can organizing a lunch date with a buddy, throwing a family game night, or going to a local event provide happiness, but it also engages your brain, strengthens mental clarity, and infuses your days with happy vibes. Think about that for a moment. When was the last time you contacted a loved one merely to listen to their voice, Do you frequently take part in events that promote happiness and camaraderie, such as a walking club, a book discussion group, or a handicraft circle? The chapters you've already written don't determine your life. It's just as much about the experiences you keep adding to your narrative every day. By interacting with others around you, you improve both your life and the lives of others. A genuine grin to a complete stranger, a warm wave to a neighbor, or an in-depth discussion with a loved one can all have a positive impact on the world around them. Keeping in touch isn't just about making new friends. It's also about taking care of the people you currently care about. Strengthening these ties via time spent together, support from one another, and sincere presence guarantees that your social network will continue to be a source of joy and strength. By doing this, you're fostering a feeling of community and concern for others in addition to investing in your own well-being. When valued and maintained, social connections can be a potent potion for living a longer, healthier, and more satisfying life. How amazing our adventure has been today. We've found 5 golden habits that can turn aging into a vibrant, happy stage of life, from the strength of social connections to the power of a simple walk. What have you discovered thus far? Perhaps it's how a nutritious diet prolongs your golden years, or how walking can heal your body and soul. Maybe it's the enchantment of maintaining relationships, or the unexpected strength of strength training. Please share one item you learned today that you intend to implement in your life in the comments section below. Your story may encourage someone else to take the first step, a happier, healthier future. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and feel free to leave a comment below if you enjoy this video. We'll see you in the next video, and thanks to your support, we can continue to provide you with content that will help you live your best life every day. Thank you for viewing.